What?
Let's see.
Corporal?
Now would you look at that?
Lord Marshal, is that you?
Commander Alessander. Yes, it is. I'm here with Tahar.
The betrayer's child. Well, we heard the rumors about you retaking the span, but I didn't think they were true. Until now. What about that abomination? Are my men still alive?
Not all of them made it, but some. Ulfram sent me here.
Finally, some good news. Be that as it may, word has it that you're here to end it. Lacane?
I am. His troops are decimated, and the remainder of them are either imprisoned or fleeing. Do you know if there's a way to get past that barrier? Or another way into the halls of justice that isn't sealed off?
There's none. And as for banishing it, I don't know. What I do know, however, is that his commanders play a role in it. The Bane woman, the mercenary, and that masked priest. When he summoned that barrier, he gave them something and told them to keep you away from the hall as long as possible.
It's ridiculous. Why would he split up his army and barricade himself in that hall? He knows we'll get in eventually.
He does. But apparently he's preparing for something for which he wanted to be alone. A ritual to invoke the return of Aeonir.
He's opening the gate.
Apparently. Though something tells me that new unholy magic of his won't bring forth anything divine or good, let alone Aeonir the All-Father.
If we somehow dispel that barrier, will you and your men help us fight him?
We can't. For the same reason we couldn't help our brethren fight. Trust me, I know how that sounds. But it is our...
How is the Queen's condition?
Unchanged. Her vital signs are steady, but wherever her mind is, it is a place far from this world. A strange thought, isn't it? If, when she awakes, she will not know any of this ever happened.
Yeah. She won't. I'm still not sure I understand why the Harbinger would want to murder you and the Queen in the first place. He would have lost the support of the common folk.
Oh, Tahar. I think Lacane is far beyond worrying about such things at this point. He's convinced that the Allfather will come and create this new world he's dreaming of. And in that world, there's no place for a queen, least of all one with Hibernian blood in her.
In other words, we need to find these commanders of his and find out...
Yes. If you... And, Lord Marshal, please be careful. We cannot afford losing you.
You won't.
Corporal.
Let's see. What do we need? Will do.
What do you want?
All right, let's see if we can find anything. If Lacane's commanders split up, one of them might be here.
Yeah, Oh, you smell that? Decay.
I'm not surprised. These cells have probably seen more prisoners in the past weeks than during my whole time in the keep. Blazes! Interesting. Now would you look at that?
Fine.
Let's see. Interesting.
Tiara,
This
give me
is
hope for what's
horrible.
to come. Helen, let your water cleanse my pain. Neha, shield me from the dark ahead. Zerbo, guide me through the misty path. Shanna, grant my loved ones with your shelter. Arion, bring justice to the world I leave behind.
A fine plan.
You! Who are you? Why are you here?
I'm Tahar, and I'm here to save you. You...
No, I know why you're here. You want to stop it, don't you? But you can't. You hear me? You can't. The God of Light will exalt us all. He has set his eyes on this world, and he will have it.
What the?
Die! You need to die!
Yes?
got it. Now would you look at that?
Finally. Corporal.
I'm ready.
Let me know what you need. As you want.
Tahar,
Stand back. Who are you?
not with the Purity. I'm Private Amory Rolfe, a scout of House Wolfgar. We did as you asked and secured all the secret entrances that there were. And we also caught some Bane scum who were trying to flee and were able to extract some information from them. It's about their leader, Lilius, whatever her real name is.
What did you find out?
Two things. First of all, she's down here. Secondly, she has an extreme fear of fire. Apparently something happened to her during her childhood. Maybe you'll be able to use this against her.
Understood. Thank you, Private.
No, it's me who should be thanking you. Tiara's blessings, Tahar. Stay safe.
What?
Yes, of course.
Interesting.
Good thinking. As you want.
Fighting going on, I swear it. We either go now or we don't go at all.
It's too risky. You know what Lilius will do if she catches us?
Aye, I do. But what choice do we have? Either Tahar kills us or she does.
Let's see.
Oh shit. Please don't kill us.
You're with the Bane. Give me one reason why I shouldn't.
Because we didn't want any of this. Please, you need to understand. We didn't know how messed up these people really are. We've been wanting to flee for weeks, but there was just never a chance.
You're telling me you didn't know what the Bane was about?
We thought we did. Justice, equality, brotherhood, and that's what it was, at least at first. And then they started plundering, burning villages, even people.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
The Bane is a band of fanatics. You should have seen that from the start.
It wasn't that obvious. Look, we come from a small town, and that sodding mage war, it left our lives in ruins. Then Lilius came and she... I don't know. Whenever she spoke, I just felt heard, understood. She promised that Lacane would make the world equal again. But that... Please, just... all we want is a second chance.
Fine. Then go.
What, you mean it? Aeonir's light, thank you. Come, John.
Interesting. Now would you look at that?
So you came. Fine. I'm ready.
Where's Lacane?
Preparing the return.
So you think you've acted according to Aenir's will?
I don't think, Tahar. I know. But we've had that conversation. And I know people like you will never understand.
Well, it's over. Your soldiers are dead, and the Purity's army has been reduced to ashes.
Yes, I know this. But, again, I'm not afraid to die. I'll do so knowing that I've given my life for something greater. Now show me the full extent of your powers, Tahar. Because I'll take as many of you with me as I can.
All right. Let's see if she also has one of these trinkets on her. A ring. What's next?
Yes?
Let's see.
Something, right?
Interesting.
A fine plan.
Understood.
Fine.
Yes.
Well,
Now would you look at that?
yes. You have my attention.
Fine.
Uh-huh.
Let's see.
What is it?
Interesting.
Corporal.
Let's see.
Let me know what you need. Uh-huh.
Good thinking.
Now would you look at that? Right then. Let's see if the barrier reacts to this thing. Interesting. I think it just got weaker.
So these trinkets allow the wearer to pass.
Seems like it. Let's go back to Commander Elisande. She'll want to know about this. Interesting. Let's see.
You remember your first encounter with Queen Aelith.
Corporal?
As you want.
Tahar, Please, tell me you have good news.
I do. The commanders have trinkets that react to the barrier. It seems like wearing all of them allows you to pass.
A magical gate, so to speak.
Then I should probably look for the rest of these?
Yes, as I said, it's our best bet. We need to open that door, and we need to do it fast.
Now would you look at that?
You have my attention.
I'm ready.
Let me know what you need. Let's see what we can do.
Step for the All-Father!
Interesting. Another barrier. Looks like the one in the courtyard, just weaker. How do we open it, though?
You do have one of the trinkets on you, don't you? Try stepping a little closer to the barrier. Maybe that works. These are my quarters. Wait, I still have the keys.
Yes, of course. What is it?
Understood. Will do.
As you want.
Fine.
Now would you look at that? What the? It just disappeared.
It did. And that trinket you just found on the commander just glowed a little.
Interesting.
Yes?
Let's see.
Now if it isn't the Pariah and Lord Angar,
Almost like a family reunion, isn't it?
This is impossible.
Sentenza?
Whatever you see, it is not real, Tahar. It's a phantasm.
Am I? What if I merely returned from the dead? I said that I'd hunt you down, Tahar, didn't I? You betrayed me, just as you betrayed your father. And yes, you killed me. But what difference does it make? We cannot simply slaughter the demons that haunt us. They're a part of us, and they always will be. Wherever you go, death, betrayal, and suffering will follow. That's the simple truth. But enough of the talking. Time to meet some old friends. You really thought you could kill me? Just like that? Oh, Tahar, you have no idea who you're dealing with.
Useless! You've always been nothing but a useless piece of flesh! You killed her!
Is it over?
It is.
I don't get it. That was my father. And Sentenza.
I saw someone else. This man must have been a dreamweaver, Tahar. He read your mind and confronted you with something that she knew would distract you.
I see. Anyway, let's see if he has one of the trinkets. An amulet.
You have my attention.
What do we need?
Well.
Yes?
What?
Yes?
Corporal.
Yes.
Still feels strange to see the keep like this. Come. Let's take a look around. We need to find the rest of the trinkets.
For Northander!
Easy.
Fine plan.
Whatever's necessary.
Let me know what you need.
Understood.
Let us make this quick. These are death men. Seems that this is where they're making their last stand.
Yeah, but I still don't get it. Why would Lacane split up his army like that?
Buy him time? Well,
For Northander!
Corporal.
Now, who would have thought? The fabled Tahar comes for a final duel. You were right, pal. Seems that I didn't pick the winning side after all.
It's not too late.
Says the one who butchered half of... No.
Correct. You're a traitor.
That's what I... And also, there are worse... All I know is that splitting up his troops after you conquered the span was among the most stupid things you could have done. When your enemy forces you into a corner, the only way of surviving is to stay together. But then again, I doubt the purity the Bane and Death Men together could have fought back your army because, I have to give you this, your commanders fucking know what they're doing. Anyway, I'm getting bored of the chatter. Let my axe have some last swings before I bite the dust, will you? I don't want to die talking.
All right, do your best.
Trust me, I will.
Definitely knew how to wield an axe.
Let's see what he has on him. Interesting. A ring.
What? Really?
Now would you look at that?
What is it?
Fine.
Yes? Tell me.
Yes?
Chieftain.
Scribe? We stand ready.
May your blood never boil.
What is your command?
What do you want?
You remember your first encounter with Queen Aelith.
Corporal?
Uh-huh. Interesting.
Tahar, please, tell me you have good news.
I found all of the trinkets. 2 rings and 1 amulet. Here, take a look.
Show me. Yes. Yes, these look right. Good. Then it's time to test out our theory and see if they can really dispel the barrier.
First, we called for reinforcements. We've secured the keep, so there's no reason for us to face Lacane alone anymore. We still don't know the full extent of his powers, not to mention this ritual he's preparing in the halls.
You're right. Then let's send word to the commanders and get a unit up here.
A wise decision. Good luck, Tahar, for whatever you will face in there. We will stay and protect the Queen, but our prayers will be with you.
All right, all is said. No matter what Lacane is preparing in these halls, we will deal with it. Do you have the trinkets on you, Tahar?
I do. And my mother. Soldiers, get ready. Lacane is hiding behind these doors, and once we dispel the barrier, I want you to charge in. We still don't know anything about that ritual he's preparing, but it might be dangerous, so be on your guard. But whatever happens, there's one thing I know. Lacane will be put to justice. Many of us have given their lives for this fight, and all of us have bled for it. It was a war that no one wanted, and this is where it ends.
Shit, what was that?
A trap.
Not a trap. The last chance to do the right thing. It's not too late.
Where is he? Lacane.
Waiting for you. He thinks you won't listen to reason, but I still haven't given up. All this, it didn't have to happen this way.
You make it sound as if it wasn't the Purity who started this war.
I understand that's how it must seem to you. And believe me, some of the things we've had to do, I'm not proud of them, and I wish they hadn't been necessary, but they were. You see, Tahar, these people, they just wouldn't understand, and they still won't. They refuse to repent. They refuse to accept Aeonir's love, just like a child that refuses the embrace of her mother. And by doing this, they deny this world a better fate. We cannot just stand by and watch, Tahar. It's our responsibility not to.
You have my attention.
Well, the mother doesn't kill the child when it refuses to hug her, does she?
I'm speaking in metaphors, Tahar. Refusing affection from a...
What about the mages? You didn't even give them a chance.
I know, and again, I wish these drastic measures hadn't been necessary. But we've had this conversation before, Tahar, back in Everlight. You didn't try to understand me back then, and you won't now. Let me ask you one question, Tahar. Do you consider this world a good place?
Depends on how you look at it. There's suffering, yes, but there's also beauty.
But the suffering outweighs the beauty. You, of all people, should know that. And what if it didn't need to be like that? What if there could be peace, prosperity, a world without poverty or hunger, just as Aeonir intended it before we let sin corrupt ourselves? And yes, I know you don't believe because you haven't seen the light. But please, just for one moment, do it. Imagine that you knew for a fact that paradise was within our reach. Wouldn't this be worth these few lives we had to sacrifice? I would have given mine gladly if I had been gifted, as you call it. And there were many who were that did.
No, Bertrand. That's not how it works. Even if the return were real and this utopia existed, you can't justify murdering tens of thousands of people for it.
Really? Then what is it that you did? Do you think it was only us fanatics who got killed in these battles? You did the same thing to Har. You sacrificed hundreds, thousands of lives just to stop us, and only because you thought it was right. But I guess that means the Harbinger was right. Will you even hear out our offer?
What offer?
Well, as I said, there's a reason you're here. When the Harbinger realized we had lost the span, he knew that we couldn't wait any longer.
The ritual?
Yes. He is preparing the return.
But doesn't the Purity believe that the world needs to be free of sin and defilers before Aenir can return?
That's how it should have been. But you left us with no choice. The Harbinger is opening the gate as we speak. That is, he is preparing it. Because as it turns out, your role in all this isn't over yet. He needs you.
Me? What for?
Well, the amulet. Even though it allows him to control the Archfire, it seems that there's still something preventing him from accessing its full power, which he needs to do in order to open the gate for the All-Father. And it seems that this something is you. You're linked to your mother, the Shaper. As long as it exists, the Harbinger can't open the gate by himself.
Isn't that ironic?
It's not that simple. He needs you, yes, but it doesn't matter if you're dead or alive. This is why I'm here. He said it's pointless, that you won't understand, and that all you want is to spill blood, but I still have faith in you. Please, Tahar, help the Harbinger open the gate. He promised not to harm you, and it will be the end to all persecution. No more stakes, no more executions. Once Aenir is here, this world will be peaceful once again.
Huh. This has to be by far the most stupid proposition I've ever heard.
I'm sorry, Bertrand. Lakain needs to be put to justice. But maybe it's not too late for you.
In that case, it is. I just wish you could see the world that I see, Tahar. I truly do. And I'm sorry.
What the? Bertrand, no!